Hey everyone, and welcome. Australia has always been a hot place, but when you mix record-breaking heat with a severe, prolonged drought, this is what happens. A colossal wildfire with a smoke trail stretching for thousands of kilometers, clearly visible from the Himawari satellite way up in space. Today, we're going to watch how this monster fire developed from December 30th to January 3rd and explore its massive impact on Australia and its neighbors. Australia's climate is famously hot, with a huge part of the continent classified as desert. But as you travel east, it usually gets wetter. There's a mountain range that pushes humid air upwards, giving the east coast a more temperate climate. Normally, this means more lush vegetation. But by November 2019, an intense drought had left even these areas bone dry, creating a tinderbox. Catastrophic fire warnings were issued for 7 regions, including the Greater Sydney area. Fires had already started burning unusually early that season, and by November, they had torched more land than the California and Amazon wildfires combined. Fast forward to late December, the drought was relentless, and Australia was hit with one of the most extreme heat waves ever recorded. Average temperatures soared past 41 degrees Celsius across the entire continent. In conditions like these, fires can start all on their own, and the saying "spread like wildfire" becomes terrifyingly real. This is how it all unfolded, as seen from space. On December 30th, you can already see the smoke. Its distinctive brown color makes it stand out from the white water vapor clouds. The fires burn right through the night, and by the next morning, you can see a significant increase in their size. This was the day the military was called in to help evacuate civilians trapped in remote, cut-off towns. By January 1st, the smoke trail had stretched at least 1,000 kilometers across the Pacific Ocean. The fires raged on through the night again. The next morning, it's clear the wind has changed direction. The smoke is now blowing eastward, completely blanketing the neighboring country of New Zealand. To give you some perspective, Sydney, which is around here on the map, is also completely smothered in smoke. This dramatically reduced visibility and, more importantly, created a serious health crisis due to the abysmal air quality. During this period, Sydney had the worst air quality of any major city on the entire planet. This final day of the time-lapse really hammers home the global scale of an event like this. The fires are still burning, and the smoke from 4 days prior is still hanging in the atmosphere, even after dispersing a bit. The smoke trail now measures thousands of kilometers long. Thankfully, torrential rain finally arrived and helped to dampen the flames for a while. But forecasts warned that more fires were likely unless the rain continued. While wildfires are a natural part of Australia's ecosystem, a fire of this magnitude had never been seen before. Over the fire season, a staggering 10.7 million hectares of land were burned. Now, setting aside the immense human, biological, and political impacts, which are a bit beyond this channel's focus, what is truly fascinating from an atmospheric perspective are the weather systems that formed within the smoke itself. Most of us know about cumulonimbus clouds, the giant thunderstorm clouds made of water vapor. But with smoke this dense, something else formed: pyrocumulonimbus clouds. These are essentially dry thunderstorms, complete with their own thunder and lightning. If you think regular storm clouds look imposing, these pyrocumulonimbus clouds are downright eerie. We also saw fire tornadoes, swirling vortexes of heat, and rapidly rising air. Another major consequence of fires this large is the massive release of particles and gases like carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide into the atmosphere. NASA's Aqua satellite captured data showing huge plumes of carbon monoxide, an extremely toxic gas for both humans and animals. Escaping from Australia's forests, wildfires have always been a part of life in Australia and other parts of the world. The climate is primed for them, and in some cases, they can even be ecologically beneficial. But the ramifications of fires on this scale are something else entirely. What are your thoughts on this? Have you ever been personally impacted by a wildfire? I'd be really interested to hear your experiences in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. A huge thank you to Sean Doran for creating the incredible time-lapse from the Himawari satellite images you saw in this video. If you want to see more of his amazing work, I've put a link to his channel in the description. Also, a big shout out to my patrons who support this channel. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content about space and our planet, please subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one.